What's going on, guys? My name is D. Anthony with Evolution Traders, and in this video I want to show you guys how you can become a better trader in just 30 days. Now, some of you guys may be thinking, well, I've been trading for 2-3 years and I still can't become a better trader. I'm still not consistent. I still haven't made any money. I still haven't paid myself. What makes you think that you're going to get me to be a better trader in just 30 days? Because quite simply, you're not doing the things that you need to do, and you're not sticking to the same process, and you're not journaling, and you're also not protecting risk. You're not managing your account size properly. Again, if you want to become a top 10% trader, okay, you must journal. Now, I'm not going out here and telling you guys need to go sign up for some software with some fancy, schmancy journaling software, right? Like there's softwares out there where they'll journal your trades and you can make notes and all. You don't even need to do that. You don't even need to do it this way, but this is a very simple way that I kind of do it. So what I do is I have a folder on my desktop, and it's just got a bunch of notepads in there, and they're marked out for the specific day, and I kind of just save them, and it's just an ever-growing journal. It's almost as a diary, right? So if you want to become a better trader, you want to become a top 10% trader, and you want to be a better trader in 30 days, you will do this. And if you do not do this, how serious are you actually taking this business? How serious are you actually taking yourself? Because at the end of the day, if you do not respect yourself enough to just simply do this, that's going to take you, and I'm going to run through it right now. It's going to take us less than 2 to 3 minutes to do this. But if you don't journal your trades, you're never going to truly understand what is actually the problem that you're having. Is it the edge? Is it your risk management? Is it the markets? Is it your emotions? What is it? And then it's going to also help you have a daily reminder on what that issue is. So each and every single day when you come into the markets, it's fresh and at the forefront of your mind. So basically the way that I do it, it's very simple. I've been doing it like this for years. What I will do is I'll do the date, right? Very, very simple. It's common sense. So today's the 16th, so I'm just going to run it through. So 12/16/23. Let's say, for example, the trading day just ended. I took some trades today, blah, 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 blah. So today's the 16th. The ticker symbol that I traded today was NQ, right? We're doing this as an example, but let's say, for example, on the future side of things, I trade NQ. So I'm going to write down ticker symbol NQ. Okay. The time. So the time is going to be what time did you take the trade? And the reason why you need to have the time on there is because you can go back and now back test your edge, your process, your strategy, and look at it in hindsight, right? Because again, everything is easy and it's clear in hindsight. Okay. So when you have a clear mind and when you're not in the markets and when you're not taking trades, it's going to be much more clear. You're going to have much more self-awareness as to what was going on in the charts, and you're going to see those mistakes if you did make some. So the time we took the trade today, let's call it 8:30 a.m. Okay, so 8:30 a.m. PST. Let's just say we took a trade at 8:30. Now, did we win or did we lose? Right. So let's say this was a losing trade. Okay, so we took an L on this trade. So in this particular point, when we come to the journal, what I want you guys to know and what I want you guys to do is answer this question. And it shouldn't be a big, long, drawn out explanation because we're going to have time to kind of, reflect a little bit on it. But did you follow the process? So for me, let's say, for example, I was trading the 20 SMA scalping strategy using a 1-to-1 risk to reward. That's the strategy I came in wanting to play and looking for, and I was sitting, waiting for those trades to come to me. So did I follow my process? If the answer is yes, we're going to get to how we could fix anything that we did wrong if we lost. If the answer is no, right? So let's say, for example, no, I did not follow my process. Well, then you can already see how you're getting away from your system. And that's probably what's causing you to lose money and not be profitable. Because if you came into the day with a specific edge and a specific process, and you have a strategy, and you took a trade that was outside that strategy, well, then how do you expect to ever be consistent and make money if you're not going with your strategy, right? So again, if you answer this question no, you can start to see I get it. Today I lost, I had a losing week. How many times did I not follow my process? And if you're not following your process 2-3 times out of the week, but you're expecting magically to be profitable, it doesn't make any sense. Let's just say for this example that you did follow your process. So yes, I followed my process. What were my feelings and emotions when I was in the trade? I want you guys to write that down. So I felt good, right? I was in drawdown. Okay, so I'll do something like this. I was in drawdown, 15 points. Stop loss was 25 points. Okay, but I felt calm. Something like that, right? And then you want to put a reflection, right? So your reflection is going to be basically after the trade was over, when you closed it for a win or a loss, you want to do the reflection. So you want to, reflect on the overall trade. So I took a loss, right? I took a loss, stock, or actually NQ broke stop loss at 33 points. My stop loss was 25 points. Okay, so when you have these type of journal entries, you can go back and then reread them. So today I took a trade on the NQ. The time was 8:30. We're going to go back to that chart and we're going to see, make sure that we executed everything to the, to a T. I did take a loss. Did I follow my process? Yes. So that means I set a 1-to-1 stop. I'm using my process as an example. I'm using a 1-to-1 stop. My stop loss was 25 points. While I was in this trade, I did feel calm when I was down 15 points. So that's good. I didn't feel anger. I wasn't stressed. I didn't feel like I wanted to go the opposite way, right? And I'm going to give you guys one more example. I felt calm. And then my reflection, I took a loss, right? NQ broke my stop loss at 33 points it broke my stop loss, closed me out for 33 points. My stop loss was 25 points. Okay. So in this particular situation, I would end it on, I followed my process and it was just a losing probability. Okay. So if it was just a losing probability, because those are going to happen, all trades are going to win. But if you're just on the wrong side of the probability, when you go back and you start to reflect, you're not going to feel so bad about this loss because there's nothing. Did we follow our process? Yes. How were your emotions? When I was in drawdown 15 points, I realized my stop loss was 25. I felt calm. The reflection, I took a loss. NQ broke the stop loss at 33 points and I had a stop loss set up at 25 and it went down 33. There's nothing that I can do about it because remember, guys, once you're in the trade, there's nothing you can do other than stop out for a loss when it breaks a technical reason, assuming you have an edge that's providing a technical reason for a stop loss. And then, or you're taking profits at a 1-to-1 and you're selling half size, holding runner, whatever, right? As long as you're following your process is good. Now let's look at something else. Let's look at this. Let's change these answers around. Did I follow my process? No. Okay. No, I did not. Feelings and emotions. So let's change this a little bit. Okay. So if you're something like this, you're going to start to identify things that you did wrong. Feelings and emotions during the trade. I took trade based on my process to start, but felt like market was going to go against me. So I cut short of my stop loss and went long. Let's say we were going short, right? Okay, and went long. Now on your reflection, you can put something like this. I broke my process, flipped bias before stop loss was hit, went other way, and then trade came back in my original direction. Boom. And I know you guys can't see that because it's down there. Let me try to make this a little bit smaller here. There you go. So reflection. So let's go through this one now. Okay, the date the same. We still traded the NQ. The time was 8:30. We lost this trade. Did I follow my process? No. Okay. even if you started off following the process correctly, but did you follow the process all the way through? So again, feelings and emotions during the trade. I took a trade based on my process to start, but felt like market was going to go against me. So I cut short of stop loss and went long. Okay. Now, once you, I need to put in here this too as well. Was a position long or short? So we were going long, or we were going short in this particular example. Okay, so felt like the market was going against me, so I cut short of my stop loss and went long. So immediately now we start to self-reflect and we understand we broke our process. We had a good setup. We started to follow it. We took the trade. We didn't give it enough time. We felt like the market was going the other way, so we broke our process and we went long. So when you start to reflect, I broke my process, flipped my bias before stop loss was hit, went the other way, and then trade came back in my original direction. So how many times has that happened where you feel like the trade's not going any higher and then you go short and then it goes higher? You feel like the stock's going to bounce and then it doesn't bounce and goes lower. How many times have you done that where you're flipping and you're wishy-washy all over the place? Once you're in the trade, you're in the trade for good or worse, whether you're going to get stopped out or you're going to take profit. So when you go back now on your reflection, you would go back to 8:30 a.m. You would look at the chart once the day is already over, and you would look at that position. And on this particular trade, original stop loss was never hit. Okay, I'll make a note of that. So I'll make a note of that and I'll put like a little asterisk there. So when I do go back and back test, right, I'll look at the trade, I'll see the setup, I'll see where I did a good job in getting in, and then I want to mentally replay that, like, okay, I was in this trade and this is where I started to feel, you know, those emotions come. So this is where I thought it was going to go long. So I went ahead and went long. I cut my position early. It never hit my stop loss, but I felt like it was going long. So as I went long, now I'm looking at it. It never actually, you know, hit my stop loss and ended up going, and it would have hit full one-to-one take profit. So do you see how doing these type of things on a day in and day out basis, you're going to start to build a journal. You're going to start to build this diary. And what you're going to do is train yourself. Okay. You're going to train yourself to not make these same mistakes, right? Because when you keep making these mistakes constantly, this is what keeps you in that hamster wheel effect. And a lot of traders are in this hamster wheel effect where they love it when they follow their process and it works, but they don't know how to handle themselves when the process is not working, or it's stalling out, or it's consolidating, or it looks like it's going the other way, or they take a couple losers. When that tends to happen, they tend to go and deviate from the whole process altogether and start a whole new process. Guys, you have to look at trading in a series of blocks. And I personally say blocks of 20, but realistically, you need blocks of like 100. What are we doing after 20 trades? Are we profitable? Are we not? And when we go back and we do our self-reflection and we look at our journal for the past week, let's say we took 20 trades this week, and we go back and we start reading all of our notes, you're going to start seeing why you're not profitable. You're breaking. Are you following your process? This answer is going to be no, more than it's going to be right. Your feelings and emotions during the trade, you're going to start to read back your journal entries, and you're going to start to see that you're playing more based on emotion than actual process, actual technicals. You're going to look back at your reflection on your back testing, and you're going to see when you let emotions break you out of your process that sometimes, a lot of times, you would have never even been stopped out, or you could have actually made money on that trade if you just would have trusted the process and gave it enough time and didn't get so emotional. I hope this video helps you guys. I'm working with traders. I'm taking more traders in for 2024 and evolution traders. If you guys want to work on a process each and every single day, and you want to self-reflect, and you want to understand how to become a better you and a better trader without all of the fluff and without all of the bullshit, right? Again, trading is very, very hard. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. It's all about battling back, all about staying sane up here, and it's all about repeating the process over and over and over. Again, I have a tool belt full of strategies, a tool belt full of entries and exits that we could use. How well can you execute them, right? So can you actually stay disciplined for 30 days? If you think that you can stay disciplined for 30 days and you can journal for 30 days and you can follow some of my 1, 2, 3, 4 strategies that I use, and you think that you can trade with a team and be held accountable and not want to curl up into a ball and hide and feel sorry for yourself, if you think that you can do that, join the team. Let's get you to become a better trader in 30 days. If you don't feel like you can become a better trader in 30 days, because you can't follow any set of rules, or you can't stick to a process or a system, or you just simply don't know what to do, then go somewhere else, because you're going to continue to do the same things you were doing in 2023, in 2024. And to be quite honest, I spend too much time on here making videos and trying to help people to even mess around with people who are never going to get it, because you're so egotistical and you're so stuck in your ways and you're stubborn and you think that you're right and you think that it's everything else, right? You think that if you have a strategy, it should never fail. And if you have a strategy, you have to take every single trade that presents itself. And, like, guys, most of you guys are over analyzing everything. Being a trader is being adaptable. It's being dynamic, right? You need to have a little bit of finesse. I'm going to leave you guys with this. Let's use basketball, for example. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. Do you think that all of these guys make every single free throw? And also, how many free throws in the course of their lifetime do you think that they've taken? What I'm saying is that professional athletes play at some of the highest level, and they still make mistakes. They still miss shots. They still have things to work on, even at the professional level. And just think about how far along are they over everyone else. For example, can I get out onto the basketball court right now and even hold a torch to these guys? Of course not, right? Doesn't matter what I think I can do. Can I realistically do it? No, because why? Because they've been working on their craft for years and years and years, and the discipline is instilled in them to where they're light years ahead of you and me. And it's the same thing when it comes to trading. If you haven't been doing this for 30 trades, 100 trades, 200 trades, a year, 2 years, and you haven't been following the system and the strategy and working on your emotions, because mindset and emotions is very, very heavy in trading. If you haven't been doing it, you're light years behind everyone else who has. Let's get you on the right path if you think you can do it. Now, again, my system, my mentorship is not for everyone. I'm a straight shooter, straight from the hip. If you don't like that and you don't like to be told what you're doing wrong, because again, I love to be told when I'm wrong. Even when it comes to my trading, I'll be trading with the guys and they'll call me out on particular plays that I should be in or I should not be in. Again, I'm human. I'm not perfect, right? Nobody is, but I've been doing this long enough to be consistent at what I'm doing and know how to take money out of the markets for myself to put food on my table. Again, if you think that you can do it, maybe this is a good fit for you. Again, it's probably not, because most of you guys are just lacking the discipline, and your egos are way too big to allow yourselves to believe that you're wrong and you're not doing the right thing. Most of you guys think that you're going to just sit here and continue to work on strategy, and take trades, and that eventually something's going to click, but you're never even working on anything that you actually need to be profitable. If you want to start working on the right things and you want to get your head out of the you-know-what, I'd love to work with you going into 2024. Let's build a nice plan. I'll see all of you guys on the inside.